Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another session of live counter review using technical analysis. For today, the flow will be the same as usual. I'll go through the economic calendar first, followed by the indices as well as commodities. Then some of the sectors like the FANG-M, US banks, semicons as well as EVs. Then lastly will be followed by the questions that you have dropped in the Q&A section. Yeah, so without further ado, I'll begin. This week wise, we have quite a lot of data coming in as well as Fed speaks. So starting from tomorrow, 12 a.m., we have FOMC member Parker speaking. At 10:45, we have S&P Global Services PMI coming in. Factory orders coming at 11 p.m. Um, it is coupled with the ISM non-manufacturing PMI as well. Then going to Wednesday, we have Fed Vice Chair speaking at 1 as well as 4:30 a.m. Then we have ADP non-farm payroll, ADP non-farm employment change coming out at 9:15 p.m. Uh, Important one, Powell will be testifying 11 p.m. Then also we have Jones job openings at 11 p.m. as well. Usual core inventories at 11:30 p.m. Thursday we have Fed members daily speaking 1 a.m. Usual jobless claims at 9:30 p.m. Powell testifying again at 11 p.m. on Thursday. Then on Friday, Fed members Master speaking at 12:30 a.m. and Williams speaking at 8 p.m. Then our important one will be the non-farm payrolls. So that will be out at 9:30 p.m. on Friday. So quite a lot of data coming in this week, quite packed. Yeah, then looking at the indices and commodities, I'll start off with Bitcoin first. So for Bitcoin, yeah, very strong trend. I think it's in a blow off phase. Currently trending well above this blue color ascending broadening wedge resistance, and currently looks like it's punching higher again after a period of small consolidation. So I think for Bitcoin it remains very bullish. I expect it to actually retest the 69K previous all-time high. Looking at how it's going right now, very strong momentum. Yeah, so for the short term wise, the immediate resistance we are looking at is probably between this uh going back to past 2021 66.5 to 69K. This region will be the resistance area. Yeah, for Bitcoin. Then for now, support wise, I think will be around this green color zone around 60.5 to about 64K region. Yeah, so I think we would likely to see continuation of the momentum to retest the previous all-time highs for Bitcoin. Then next up will be Dow Jones. Okay, Dow Jones, I think still it's been quite sideways for the past week, but I think it's still very positive. It's trading up in this uptrend channel over here. What it did was to find support at 38.8K, which was a prior horizontal resistance. So it's just a healthy back test. I think for Dow Jones looks like it could actually carry on this gentle uptrend over here to retest the uptrend channel resistance. So that could be around the 39.7, 39.8K for this week over here. As for support wise, would be around 38. Sorry, support wise 38.8K to 39K, then resistance 39.7 to 39.8K. Yeah, for Dow Jones. Then next up will be Nasdaq. Okay, for Nasdaq, also very bullish. Last week mostly did a consolidation, but on Friday we have break above the harder short-term resistance of 16.1K. Yeah, so for Nasdaq, I think it will continue to trend higher. Looking at how it's going, it's probably gonna end up to test this blue color uptrend channel resistance. That's coming in at 16.5K. And this level is also covering a main uptrend channel resistance over here. So it will be a key level. I think Nasdaq will probably go on to test it before it goes to some consolidation afterwards again. Yeah, so still looking good for Nasdaq as well. Then S&P also very also strong consolidation. Then Friday we have a strong candle. So for now, S&P, I think it's trading in this blue color short-term uptrend channel, quite near some near-term resistance around 5160 over here, where it could consolidate a while for this week if it's at the higher end of this trend over here. So resistance could be around 5160 to 51995 over here. Then for support wise, if it does a bit of pullback, I think you'll get support uh around 5,001. And if we have a deeper pullback, then there will be around 5060 for S&P. So in terms of the indices wise, all of them still showing very bullish signs. Then next I'll move on to gold. Okay, for gold, I think quite range bound, but I think could see some upside uh to come for gold. I think Friday we had this very strong candle. If we do take out this 2090 swing high level, then I think likely we're going to revisit on 2150, these swing highs over here after such a long consolidation period. Yeah, then in terms of the resistance wise, will be above 2090 to 2150. Immediate support wise will be the recent breakout level around this 2065 level. And lower end, if it does a pullback down again, we are 2040 for gold. Yeah, so for gold, currently sideways, but with a bullish bias. Then next up, I'll talk about oil. Okay, I think oil is looking interesting. Has retested the 79.5 resistance level again, but I think it's forming this inverse head and shoulders pattern over here, which is a bullish one. So after a period of a consolidation over here, 676 to 78.5, I think there's a possibility of a breakout above this 79.5 to make it retest the next high resistance, which is around 82 to 83 over here. So then we also have its price is actually also forming higher lows along this uptrend support line as well. Yeah, so I think oil is sideways towards a bullish bias as well. And next up is VIX. Okay, VIX is quite range over here. I think probably will still continue a bit of range bound. Yeah, with support coming in around 12.3 to about 13.3. Resistance likely to be upwards of 14 to 16. So I think nothing too much for VIX right now. And last but not least, copper. Yeah, copper still nothing too much. It's also just range bound over here. Resistance will come in at around 3.9 to 3.98. Near term support will be 3.882 over here. Yeah, for copper. Yeah. Then okay, I'll move on to the sectors. So first up will be the FANG. Okay, first up, Meta. Okay, Meta, I think is very they're showing some bullish signs. Okay, so terms of price action wise, it has been consolidating in the range. Then for the past I think 1 week, it's actually just sideways at our top end of this range. So that's a very bullish sign. Then also on Thursday, Friday, we have this hammer coming in as well as a break able to create new all-time highs. So with that, I think looks like I think will continue to trend higher. Based on the height of this range, which is about $30. You project it on the breakout, I think that could bring Meta to a projected level of 515 if actually continues the momentum. Yeah. So I think for Meta is still remaining quite bullish for now. And next up will be on Amazon. Okay, Amazon I think is displaying a similar technical pattern. So it's been quite range bound as well. Both had gap ups after their earnings. Then we saw on Thursday Amazon breaking above this 175 resistance level as well after consolidation at the higher end of this range. So with that, I think that's a positive sign. We're likely to see it trade higher, I think, in the near term. For Amazon, next resistance level, short-term resistance will be around 181, 182. But I think the key one will be around closer to 185 to 180 over here. Yeah, so that's for Amazon, quite similar to Meta. Okay, then next up will be on Apple. Okay, for Apple, I think I remain more bearish on it. Price has just been forming lower highs, same lows at 180, but there was a breakdown on Friday. So with that, I think more towards bearish bias. Yeah, we could see retest the next support level around 173 over here. Then an even lower support level will be around 167, which was these lows over here. Yeah, so I think for now still more towards the downside, given that how the chart is playing out. The next one is on Netflix. Okay, so Netflix also bullish, so consolidation and then made new high on Friday as well. So with that, currently we are at retested a previous swing high level over here around 618, 618.330 over here. There could be some small resistance. Then the bigger resistance will come in around 645, which was this key horizontal over here. Yeah, so that's for Netflix. So it could continue to trend higher. Then upon hitting the first key resistance at 645, then it could just sideways a little bit first. Okay, then next up is Alphabet. So I think Google still remaining looking more bearish after the breakdown of this rising wedge over here, right? Then it did a retest and continue to form lower high and then same lows at 136. So I think as long still looking bearish. For now, 136 is still holding, but if there's a breakdown below it, then I think we could see lower lows. Try to test the lower lows around 128 to 130 over here, the next support level. So for Google, also not so good for now in terms of the chart. Then last but not least, I'll talk about Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft, I think quite range bound recently, but some bullish signs on Friday over here, where actually this 415 is actually a key level. Over here we can see previously there was a break above, then after the results it pulled back. Then once it bounced, right, then it faced some resistance over here, then it push up again. On Friday there was a close on it. I think if you can clear this level, right, then it will be quite significant for Microsoft to actually trend higher. So I think I'm more towards the bullish bias for Microsoft. Probably we go and see if this 415 level can hold. Probably we'll see it retest this 420, then followed by higher highs at close to 430s, which is this with this uptrend channel resistance over here. Yeah. So I think to sum up the Fang M, I'm more bullish. Most of them are quite bullish, less Apple as well as Google lah. So the rest are still looking quite good. Okay, then next up, I'll talk about the financials. So starting off with XLF. So I think XLF has been quite sideways the past week, just holding around $40 to $40.50. Generally wise, the main trend is still trading in this rising wedge pattern over here. So I think for now, there could be some near-term resistance ahead, around this 40.8 level. So it could just continue a bit of a sideways pattern over here. Yeah, then near-term support wise will probably come in. The first level of support will be this $40. Then a lower support level will be around 39.6, 39.7 over here. This breakout level coincide with this wedge support as well. Yeah, so we could see a little bit more consolidative action for the financials this week. Okay, then first up, I'll talk about JP Morgan. So JP Morgan has been trending in this blue color uptrend channel over here. We could see a little bit of a pullback, small pullback this week. I think currently it's at the channel resistance. So a small pullback could bring it to retest the recent lows around 183 over here. Then maybe you could just see some sideways price action. Yeah. But overall, it's still quite strong, like just forming new highs and maybe just a bit of a sideways ahead. Okay, then next up is Bank of America. So Bank of America, yeah, has been quite sideways. And Thursday, Friday broke above this $34 level, just holding above there. So for now, maybe we would see some sideways action as well. There's near-term resistance at 34.8 over here. Yeah, so maybe just a bit of consolidative action as well. Above 34.8, the next resistance level will be around 35.6, previous swing high level. Okay, then next up, Wells Fargo. Okay, for Wells Fargo, yeah, Wells Fargo has been quite more the strongest one, I think. So there was a break above this trend line resistance 52 and actually hit 55.5 over here, resistance level. Currently, yeah, just a bit sideways perhaps. So maybe I would think that it could do a bit of a consolidation first. Then I think it could go and want to retest the previous all-time high, which was at 57 about it. Yeah, so Wells Fargo looking the strongest one. Then next up is Citigroup. So yeah, Citigroup has been mostly just sideways also. Short-term resistance around 56.5. Yeah, 57.4 also another level. Previous horizontal was around 59.6 as well. So some near-term resistance ahead for Citigroup lah. Think could continue just to trade sideways currently. So in terms of the big four banks, I think Wells Fargo is the strongest one. Then the rest could see some consolidation in the near term. Yeah. Then moving on to the strongest sector currently, which is semicons. So semicons, take a look at the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index first, the SOX. So SOX, very strong price action. Still trading in this blue, sorry, main uptrend channel over here. Let me highlight it in blue. Okay. Yeah, so after a sideways holding above prior resistance at 4580 over here, then towards the end of the week we saw it power upwards. So that's a very strong bullish sign. I think we'll probably go on to retest this trendline resistance again. That will bring us to 5,000. Yeah, where afterwards maybe if this resistance holds, then we will see a slight pullback now or consolidation. But overall, the whole uptrend is still remaining very strong. Anyway, take a look at the individual counters. Start with Nvidia. So Nvidia, after earnings gap up, then prior resistance at 745 became support. Then afterwards, retested this blue color trend line 815 around there, face some resistance with a slight pullback. Then but currently towards the 5 MA in blue. Then after that, it found support and continued rebound. So very strong price action. I would expect Nvidia to actually just continue to trend higher to actually retest this trend line resistance again. So this week wise could bring it up to 870, 880s. So based on this trend line resistance. Yeah. Then next one is AMD. So AMD has also shown very strong price action towards the end of the week with a breakout. Yeah. So over here, now we see a very long consolidation period, around 164 to 184. So that's about 20 to $22 range for that. Then we have a breakout on Thursday, then very strong momentum into Friday. So I think probably we're going to hit the target range, $20 add on to 25, maybe 205 to maybe 208. There'll probably be some of the target range. I think probably gonna hit over there, then we see whether it could continue to trend higher or it's sideways afterwards. Yeah, but still very strong price action for now. Then next up is TSM. Okay, TSM also strong. So sideways over here recently, then there was a break on Friday above 131. Then we did a retest of the recent highs at 135. Then currently pre-market it's up to 138 for now. I think over in Taiwan that is at all-time highs. So I think for TSM we also remain bullish bias to actually retest the previous all-time high. It's quite likely, which is around 140 over here back in 2022. I think we are likely to see the momentum actually continue upwards for TSM as well. Next one, Marvell. Now Marvell also very strong. So Marvell after a sideways over here quite long, then on Friday there was a breakout above this downtrend resistance line over here, also above the horizontal resistance of 73 about there. Yeah, so I think likely we're gonna see Marvell retest some prior resistance level. First one could be at $80. So this is back in 2021, $80, 81 over here. It was a prior range support breakdown. Then next resistance level upwards will be around 86, followed by 90, 91 about there. So this for Marvell, I expect to trend higher as well. The next one, Micron. Okay, for Micron, also strong. So there was a gap out at the start of the week, then it just consolidated sideways, holding the previous resistance 89.4 as a support. On Friday we saw a strong close. So I think likely you're gonna see currently it's above the previous all-time highs. So if it actually hold above that today, then I think it will be very strong. We're gonna see it continue to trend higher. Yeah. So quite strong action from Micron as well. Okay, then next one Broadcom, another strong one. Yeah, then for Broadcom, yeah, also sideways. Then last week there was some signs 1280 previous resistance. It held above it for many days. Yeah, small range, then on Friday it just burst upwards. Yeah, so I think with that we are likely to see the momentum actually carry on to to perhaps retest this trendline resistance that could bring Broadcom up to 1500. Yeah, so very strong momentum as well. Then last but not least, I'll talk about Intel. Okay, after seeing all these strong ones, probably you will see that Intel is on the weaker ones. So for this, it's just consolidating sideways between 42 to 45. Yeah, so I think for now that will probably still take place. Yeah, for a bit of a consolidation. There's a break outwards, then the next resistance level will be around 47, about there. So that's for Intel. Okay, so yeah, just to sum up, semicons, yeah, all quite strong, except for Intel, the weaker one. Then last sector I'll talk about before I jump to the Q&A will be the EVs. So EVs wise, first name I'll talk about is Tesla. Okay, so Tesla, I think still okay for now. Given that after the previous resistance 195 over here, turn into support. It's just we are seeing higher lows and higher highs being formed. It's just in a very slow manner. Perhaps it could be forming this rising wedge over here, lah. So I think for now could see some continued consolidation over here with support at around 198. Then resistance will be at 207. About there with a prior support breakdown over here, lah. Then our next higher resistance for now, we could see it from this trend line, this trend line resistance over here, as well as the next swing high level. So that's 216 as the next resistance level. Yeah, then followed by the next higher one will be around 230 lah for Tesla. So for this week Tesla, I think it might continue to consolidate a little bit. Yeah. As long as it doesn't break down of this wedge, right, then I think it's still okay for bullish buyers. Okay, next up is Xpeng. Okay, Xpeng, quite range over here. I think there will likely be still some resistance over here around 1040. This swing high level, if you do test it. Yeah, currently pre-market a bit down. But I think just you continue to hold this $9 level over here. So perhaps a bit more sideways action for the time being for Xpeng. Then next one, Rivian. Okay, Rivian, I think looking a bit weak, gap down after the earnings, then just only holding around $10. Yeah, I think it's a new low level. So I think with that, maybe we could see a bit of a sideways action for now. Yeah. Let's if the $10 holds, then we just see a range up for the time being. Okay, then last one, NIO. Okay. NIO also quite sideways over here with support around the 530, 540 level. Yeah, nothing too much, I think. It likely to see resistance still coming around 6.2, 6.3 over here. With support holding around 5.4, I think we'll still just trade this range over here. So I think in terms of EV wise, mostly are quite in view for range consolidation over here, over now. Okay, I'll move on to the Q&A. Okay, hi Alan, good evening. Okay, first question, CrowdStrike. Okay, CrowdStrike. CrossRite, I think to take note of, there's a earnings coming up. Currently, it's quite range bound for now at still holding the previous resistance level 297. So that is still in the support. Currently, resistance will be this 328 to about 338. Yeah, so for now it could just I think it could just sideways a little bit before the earnings come on. So then we see how it goes afterwards. Then next one is Applied Materials, AMAT. Okay, AMAT I think still very strong. We're seeing new all-time highs. Yeah, so it's just trending. After it trended above this uptrend channel over here, price sideways a little bit. Then on Friday we had this strong candle coming to create a new all-time high. So that's very bullish price action. I would think it will probably continue to trend higher. I think to reach new all-time highs. As long as it holds along this uptrend support line over here, then it should be okay lah for Applied Materials. Okay, then next up is Upstart. Okay, for Upstart, after results, there was a gap down, then price started to flatten out a little bit with support coming around 24, close to 24.20 around there. Uh, then recent price action, there was a break above the short-term resistance at 25.6, creating another sideways. So for now, I think we might see a bit of a bounce, but likely to still see some near-term resistance from this $29 mark over here. So probably just some sideways consolidation still. Yeah, and seeing whether we continue to see a bit of higher lows coming in. And next one is SoFi. Okay, SoFi I think a little bit more positive. After uh after the earnings gap up, then there was a trend downwards, then there was a sideways period. Then recently there was a break above this downtrend resistance line, price holding, we see price clearing the short-term resistance 8.5, forming higher highs as well as higher lows. Okay, so I think it's more towards the positive side. I think if price can consolidate over here, there's a chance to retest the 9.4, 9.5 highs over here. Then we could slowly just trend upwards up towards like 10 above 10 again. So I think we still need to see how this portion builds up, uh, turns out over here. But for now, looking at price action wise, after this consolidation range was a breakout, then we see higher highs, higher lows. I think it's more towards the bullish side for SoFi. Yeah. Okay, hi Melvin. Next one, your questions are Teva. Hey, Teva, I think is still trading quite well in this uptrend channel over here. So I think we'll likely see extend the bullish momentum. Let me see previous resistance around 13.8. Then there was a gap to fill over here. So the next level will be around 14.1. Yeah, so I think probably we're gonna see price continue to trend upwards to actually retest the uptrend channel resistance towards 14.1. Then maybe we see another sideways coming in. Yeah, overall trend is still quite good. Okay, then next one, Walmart. Okay, Walmart, looking at the bigger picture wise, I think it's an uptrend, but for now, be a resistance around the $59 to $60. So after the earnings was gap up, then started to sideways a little. I think for now it will just probably continue to sideways a little bit to digest some of these gains at the high end of this rising wedge. So probably we're gonna find support uh around 58 over here. Resistance will be around 59.5 onwards. Yeah, probably just consolidation for now. Okay, then next up is UBS. Okay. Okay, for UBS, currently it looks like the main trend is uptrend, but pulling back from the resistance still. So, um, and did a retest of prior resistance at 27 about there, then we had a bounce, but still in this lower highs as well as lower lows formation. So I think uh probably it still needs some time to just sideways a little bit. Yeah, like you still see resistance around $29 over here, this price support breakdown. Also we have this downtrend resistance line as well. So I think yeah, probably still some sideways action. Uh Probably want to see higher low being formed if there's a pullback. Then there could be a chance for a break upwards to continue the main uptrend for UBS. So I think for now still pulling back for the time being. BY on your positions are CVS help. Okay, CVS help, I think for the short term wise, looking a bit bearish. So this there was a breakdown of this key level at 76, which was the breakout level here that he had reached. Then afterwards there was a breakdown from midweek of last week. So I think with that, we could see price come down to trend lower, to actually retest the recent swing lows around the 71 to 72 support over here again. Then could just do a bit of range bound. Yeah. So because over here is forming a series higher high, higher lows. Then over here we started to see a bit of reversal taking place. So it's more towards a bit of a short-term bearish for CVS currently. Then TDCX. CX. I think there should be some news about this given the sudden high volume. Yeah, so I think for now, based on TA wise, yeah, I think there's a break lah above this consolidation. Then uh near term resistance wise we're around 7.6 as a near term. Yeah. So for now, if based on TA, it could probably go on to hit over there lah, if it continues the momentum. But I think this is more towards a fundamental side. I think need to read up about it. Yeah, if you have interest in this counter. We have other Ping An as well as Baba. Okay. Okay, for Ping An, I think Ping An Hong Kong, I think it's more towards bullish. So $35 of prior resistance over here. We had an inverse head and shoulders pattern forming up. Then recently there was a back test. So currently still over here, we still need to see some confirmation to find some support again. Then I think it will look quite nice like they host. If they host the back test, then we also have a short-term uptrend support line over here. So I think support will come in around 33.7 to about 35 over here. Then if you do see confirmation, I think it could be a good entry if you're interested in this counter, given that there's some reversal signs over here. Then I think it could go up to form a higher high towards 30, 39 to 40 is resistance over here. Yeah, so this is for Ping An. Then next up is Baba. So Baba Hong Kong, I think has been quite sideways still, but some positives. I'm leaning towards a more bullish view. Reason being, looks like an inverse head and shoulders over here, perhaps. Also, some bullish signs would be the higher lows being formed over here along an uptrend support line. So this is a bit like Ping An also, but is the heaven breakout version if you can think of that. Yeah, so I think as long as it continue to hold the support around here, then it bounce to test this again, then there's a good chance that it could break out over in the short to mid term for this counter. Then the next key resistance will be around 83 for Baba. Yeah. Hey, hi Chan, KC, Nvidia, and SMCI. Okay, Nvidia I went through just now. I'll go through SMCI. Okay, SMCI, I think, wow, it's currently 1046. Okay. SMCI, I think we will likely continue the bullish trend and form just extend it lah and form quite new highs. So yeah, we know that this is a very strong counter at the start of this year. Then it's been recently it has been in this consolidation pattern, but on Friday some positive signs of a breakout, and then we also know that there's also the news of the S&P 500 inclusion. So that's brought it to gap up today. I think likely we're gonna see there could be some resistance at the start if at this previous high 1070 1080, but afterwards I'm still more bullish to actually continue the bullish trend since we are seeing uh, a bullish prevailing trend and consolidation. Then afterwards there's likely to be a good trend continuation upwards for SMCI. So I'm still remaining quite bullish on this counter. Hey, hi James, FDX FedEx. Okay, so for FedEx, I think short term wise is getting better. Uh, so reason being that it's quite range over here. Then recent price action I saw that he had taken out this 244 level over here, this resistance. So you can hold above, if you can hold above there, then we are likely to see price moving upwards again towards 254 these swing highs. Yeah, then we could see some resistance again. Then hopefully we're gonna see higher lows again. Then perhaps there's a chance for it to actually fill this gap over here. So I think it's still building up over here, but recently more positive signs lah. In this range formation for FedEx. And next one is MSCI. Okay, for MSCI, I think what it's doing is actually looks like a back test of a prior resistance. So previously the horizontal resistance was around 560, this level over here. There's a gap up after earnings, then we had a trend downwards. But I think it's still okay. It's still holding along this uptrend support line over here, as well as horizontal with prior resistance okay, as a support now. So I think for now, okay, you can hold and continue to punch up to actually retest 580s as a short-term resistance, then that will be looking better. Then hopefully we see some higher lows and continue to trend upwards again to resume the overall bullish trend. Yeah, so I think MSCI for now is still okay. Just a bit of pullback in the larger trend. But for now, if as long as these supports hold at this area 560s, then it should be okay. And next one is SPGI, which is S&P Global. The S&P Global, the S&P Global, I think for now, uh, likely consolidation. So after earnings, there was a gap down, then price has formed a lower high, lower high, lower low. So currently, the high is being kept around 440, the lows is around 418 over here. So I think for now, we're still likely to see this range play out for some time first. Yeah. The next one is GE. Okay, for GE, remaining a very bullish counter, has been just slowly inching upwards. So I think likelihood of that continuing is quite high. Next key resistance to watch out for will be around 164, about there. 164 prior support breakdown as well as a retest. This was back in 2017, very long time ago already. Yeah, but there will be a next level. Then afterwards, the next key resistance will be around 169, prior range resistance. So I think for G is still looking very good, just trending up slowly over here. The next one is GE Healthcare. So GE Healthcare has also been bullish, making new all-time highs. since breaking about this 87 level. So I think probably that will still continue. Yeah, it's currently holding. It looks like the 10 MA in red is the dynamic support lah. So whenever it hits over there, there's a rebound. I think it looks like it's still quite prime for higher highs to come for this counter as well. The next one is RTX. RTX is RTX currently range bound with resistance still at 91.7 about there. Short-term support-wise is coming in still at around 89 over here. So it's still range bound. I think as long as the 89 hold, think we're likely to see ding dong up towards this 91.7 again for the time being. Then, but if 89 doesn't hold, then likely gonna see price come down to retest 87 about that. So I think for now, nothing too much for RTX. Still, I think it's still probably gonna see this range play out for a while more. Hi, Paulina. TSMC, I went through Intel also. Okay, I'll go through ANET, Restore Networks. Okay, Arista. Okay, for Arista, I think even though after the earnings there was a gap down, I think it's still the price action wise suggests it's still quite bullish. So after the gap down over here, price did a range, holding the 256 prior swing lows over here. Then afterwards, there was a last week there was a break above this 270. Then we can see price holding above it. So that's bullish sign. Then afterwards, we saw the price go up end of the week. So for Arista, I think likelihood is that gonna retest this 292 prior swing high resistance, which was the pre-earnings, the high volume day. Then could see a bit of pullback first, then we see whether it can form higher lows. Then there could be a good chance of new all-time highs afterwards. So for now, immediate support would be around the 277 level over here if it does a back test for ANET. Okay, next up is Pen W Palo Alto. Okay, Palo Alto for now, the strong gap down after earnings, but I think look at if it looks like it's quite respecting it is respecting the moving averages. So after there was a rebound towards 10 MA, then following which there was a pullback. For now we could see a little bit further pullback. With a near-term support around this 280s, 283 about there. So price could pull back a little bit further, then we see whether it can hold a higher low from this earnings gap down low of 260. Yeah, if you can, then probably we're gonna see a bit of a sideways action afterwards for Palo Alto. Then next one is United Health. Okay, United Health currently also quite a weak counter for now. Recently, what I did was a retest of prior support playing with resistance at 520s over here. Prior range support bounced towards that, then was a resistance came back down and did a double bottom for now with support at 480. So I think with the hammer on Friday, it could hold. Then we see a bit of a rebound. Some resistance could be around this 500 level for now. So it could just sideways a little bit. But if you can clear this, then we could see some gap fill with the next resistance at 510 about here. Yeah, so I think for United Health, for now, as long as this 480 lows is holding, then for now, we're likely to see a bit of a range bound for it take place for this counter. Okay, then next up is Nike. Okay, for Nike, I think for now still quite range bound lah. Still seeing resistance at the 106 level upon the retest of this swing high, then price has trended downwards. Positive is that we have a higher low over here, so this needs to hold at the 101 level over here for it to build a higher range over here. If it doesn't, then likely we're going to go back down to like 99 over here again. Then continue like lower to test the lower end of the range. So I think for Nike, overall, likely we still see range bound for the time being. The key to see whether this low hold for some better prospects lah in the range trading for now. Okay, next one is Melco Resorts. Okay, Melco Resorts, I think looks like a double top over here at 9.3, 9.4 over here. Then price has pulled back. Currently towards the support. Okay, Friday we did a retest of the lows already at 6.8. So if this holds, we could see some short-term rebound, but I would think that resistance will come in 7.7, 7.8 over here lah. So short-term resistance will be still kept like over here, likelihood is there. Then we just see some sideways action first for this counter. Okay, then next one is Teva. Okay, Teva I went through just now already. Flowers. Okay, 1,800 flowers. Okay. I think for this, I think it still looks like a bearish reversal when you look at yes, trended uptrend over here. Then over here, it was turning point. We're seeing lower highs, lower lows being formed. So I think for now, likelihood is that it's still in this bearish phase, but short term wise, looks like just range bound. With support around 9.8, 9.9, resistance will be around 10.5. So I think that will still probably hold over here lah for the time being. Then next one is Twilio. Okay, then Twilio kept down after earnings, then we found some support at the prior horizontal at 56, 656 and a half over there. Price started to rebound a little. Okay, then currently, yeah, you see at 5 MA cross over 10 MA, slowly building higher low. So I think if this can be sustained, we could see a little bit of further recovery up towards 63 over here. Then there could be some short-term resistance again. Then it could pull back, then just consolidate for the time being. Yeah, this for Twilio. The next one is TLT. Okay, TLT. It looks like I think for now, yeah, looks like a bit of a double bottom at the 92 level over here. Currently in a bit of a rebound phase. So yeah, we could see price rebound further up towards short-term resistance at 95.8 to 96.5 about there. Short-term wise, then maybe some sideways action afterwards. There could be this downtrend resistance line acting on it as well at this resistance zone for TLT. Okay, then next one is Enphase Energy. Okay, so for Enphase, I think still looks like some positives. After the earnings gap up, did a retest of the highs over here 138, then was a pullback back to this level again at 118. It held. So I think there was a rebound again. So I think likelihood is that we're gonna see a bit of range bound trading first. With still some short-term resistance at 138. But as long as you can see higher lows afterwards, then there's a chance of a breakout in the midterm. But for now, it's probably just range trading first for Enphase. A good thing is that higher low over here compared to the previous low at 95, 96 over here. Okay, next time is Visa. Okay, Visa also very strong, just trending up slowly in this uptrend channel over here. I think, yeah, they also recently broke out above horizontal resistance at 28, 297, 279, 280. So some consolidation first, but I still remain more bullish in the short to mid term. Could see it trend higher to test the trend line resistance close to 290 for Visa. Then for Master also similar pattern over here. Near term resistance wise could be at around 485 about there. Okay, then next one is PayPal. Okay, PayPal, I think for now, the good thing is that it held the 57 this support level. Recently also those are price trying to get above this $60 resistance over here. So if you can hold this level as a support, then I think there's a chance that it could trend upwards lah. To actually fill this gap over here at 62.8. Then the next resistance will be around 64.5 over here. So for now, we still need some bit of a confirmation to see whether it can hold over here for a bit of a further bounce towards 62.63 over here for PayPal. Yeah, so I think for now, we see how it goes at the start of this week. Hi, Bosong, NCLH, Norwegian Cruise Line. Okay, for Norwegian Cruise Line, I think for now, after the earnings is positive, there's a gap up and surge be above this resistance at 18. Currently some short-term resistance at 19.7 about there. For now, there could be some, the price could just stall a little bit over here, given that this zone over here, 20.6 to about 20.3 is a short-term resistance area. So upon hitting there, we could see price consolidate a little bit for the time being. But I think overall, I think it's still more positive. In the longer term, it could actually retest the high over here at 21 now, given how the current price action is over here. Okay, next one is Marathon Digital. Okay, Marathon looks a bit like a double top over here. At the confluence of these trend line resistance lah. So pulling back over here, over here, then yeah. So for now, I think price could remain a bit sideways. Short-term resistance could come in at 31 over here. Then to this highs over here again at 34. Then support-wise, if there's some pullback, it will be around 23 to about 25 over here. So yeah, probably some sideways movement over here. Then okay, next counter is Riot. Okay, for Riot also looks like currently a double top at 18.2 over here. So price is retesting the neckline support over here. If it's still holding this 14.4 level, then we'll let you see price do a bit of a bounce. Short-term resistance around 16 over here now. So it could just still be a sideways movement as well for the time being. Okay, hi Steven. Google, Amazon, I went through just now. So I'll talk about MSI, which is Motorola. Okay, Motorola, I think it's still quite positive. A long-term uptrend. Then also holding above 329, 330 resistance. So I think with that positive signs, probably we do a retest of 340, do a test of 340 this uptrend channel resistance now for Motorola in the near term. Okay, hi SC Oracle. Okay, for Oracle, I think good signs is that did a retest of this downtrend resistance line breakout. Then price held in a bit of range over here. On Friday we had bullish candle, so I think can sustain the momentum above this 113. Then we are likely to see price go on to retest the resistance at 117 over here again. Then maybe you see some sideways action first. Then then we see how it goes afterwards. Yeah, but for now I think it looks good because after a few candles over here or sideways, from Friday we had this strong candle. So I think likelihood is that it will probably go upwards to test 117 over again. AMAT I went through just now, so I'll go through Qualcomm. Okay, Qualcomm looking good. Over here, Friday broke out above 157. So likelihood is that continue the uptrend towards a retest of a prior support term resistance, which is around 165. Yeah, it's a short-term resistance. Then the next resistance level could come in around, let's see, around 172 and followed by 178. Yeah, so this is for Qualcomm. The next one is Adobe. Okay, for Adobe, yeah, recently there's a pullback. Then did a first test of 570, this recent support and pullback. But higher lows are being formed. Over here, higher lows. Then Friday we had close at over here again. So I think probably gonna see we could see price go a bit further upwards to create a short-term wise higher high over here. Maybe retest of 590 this next resistance level in the short term. Then pull back again, then just grinding upwards slowly in over here. So is BlackRock. Okay, BlackRock, I think range consolidation over here, but overall this could be a bull flag. Given the prevailing trend over here is a we have this flag pole over here is a range consolidation. So I think there's a likelihood of it breaking out 820s. Yeah. Then the next resistance level wise will be around 835 short-term resistance, then followed by close to the 8 uh 865 to 875 about there for BlackRock. IRT is Virtu Financial. Okay, for Virtu, okay, seeing some momentum after breakout this $17 resistance. Short-term wise, we could see some consolidation. It enters into this phase of 18.5 to $19 over here. We likely could see some sideways consolidation first. Yeah, for the time being. Hey, hi Rachel. PayPal I went through earlier just now. I'll go through Block. Okay, for Block. Okay, Block, I think for now it's still finding resistance at around the 80, 81 level. But looking at the longer term picture, this could be an inverse head and shoulders in the making. So yeah, let me just draw it out. So it's been actually tested this resistance many times. Currently, we are seeing price holding over here still. So I think it will be good if price can still hold at a high end of this resistance, then there could be a chance for a breakout over in the future. But for now, likelihood is that I think for now still some consolidation ahead in this range for time being. This one is Palantir. But for Palantir, I think it's still quite strong. Looks like possible ascending triangle over here, higher lows being formed for a while, resistance still being kept around 25.5. So I think as long as it still respects along these higher lows, likelihood is that in the future there could be a breakout that could take place now for Palantir, which where the next key resistance level, let me try to find it, will be around the swing high of this 27, then followed by 29. Yeah, for this for Palantir. Next one, okay, Melco Trilio Flowers I went through just now. Next one is ServiceNow. Is ServiceNow, I think generally is quite range bound for now. So I think it's just forming another range over here between uh 755 to about 790 over here. So yeah, I think similar to this part over here, where there was a flat range and another break. So currently it's in a bit of the range portion again for ServiceNow. So it's quite the Crane shares CSI China Internet ETF. Hey, I think for this wise, um, still some weakness lah. So for now, this prior, we can see prior support 26 over here, right? It's quite a strong support. Then over here, we doing retesting it. I think we could see price form a bit of a sideways for the time being first, with support at maybe at a 25 level over here. Could just raise sideways first. Also, 25 was this breakout level. Yeah, could just sideways a little bit here first. Yeah. Then overall, in the bigger picture wise, it's still quite a strong downtrend over here. We're still seeing lower highs, lower lows. Yeah. So we still need to hold a bit of sideways. Then we, if these low holds, then there's a breakout. Then we could see price move higher towards 27 over here. For this crap. Hi Kevin. Next one is Dell. Okay, Dell. Okay, yeah, the gap up after the earnings is the all-time highs. So can't really comment too much for this. I think they still need more data to come in to see how you go. Yeah, but judging from most of the counters that gap up after the earnings, it looks like they tend to do a bit of a sideways first. Yeah. Then next one is Hewlett Packard Enterprise. Okay, for this counter, there was a gap down after earnings, but at below this support, then it went up again. So I think that's quite a strong price action. Buying interest is still in at the support level of around 40.7 over here. So I think likelihood is that price could retest this $16 level, this swing high, then could do a bit of a sideways for the time being in this range over here for the time being for HPE. Okay, then last one is ARM. Okay, I think I'm still more positive about it. There was a okay. It found support upon the retest this range consolidation breakout. So the range is in blue, 117 to 136 over here. Breakout retest find support along this uptrend support line as well. So I think for now its likelihood is that it will retest the 149 this swing high again, then fully form higher lows, then go to test 164 again for yeah, I think the price action wise is still okay for the time being. ERT Vertiv Holdings. That this counter is all-time highs. think for this likelihood is that continue to trend is likely for the trend higher. Um, could be some resistance at the 74 over here, but there's a gap. Currently it's pre-market open. Pre-market is about there. So I think it could just trend higher. Given it's at all-time highs. Yeah, still very strong momentum. Recently there's also breakout of a short-term resistance at 65 over here. And so I think overall still quite good for Vertiv. EPC is Brookfield Renewable. Brookfield, I think currently in this downtrend channel over here, still seeing lower highs, lower lows, getting some support from this prior resistance here. So yeah, could see it bounce a little bit, but could likelihood is that resistance around 25 from this trend line resistance and possibly continuing the trend of forming lower highs for the time being. Next one is Viva Systems. Viva Systems, I think, is trading in this rising wedge over here. Um, okay. Yeah, this then we tested a prior swing high resistance at 232. So for now, could be some consolidation now. Support will be around this uh, 218 about that. Also horizontal over here. School could just range bound for the time being in this wedge. The next one is Medpace Holdings. Now also at all-time highs. Currently, I think it's doing a flag off at over here with this flag pole. Then it's just doing a looks like it's just doing a bullish flag currently. Okay. So we could just continue to trade in this range of 400 to this 398 to 410 about it. And then we could see trend continuation there after it there's a break out higher. Next one is Fortinet. Okay, for Fortinet, I think um still likely to be range bound. The 65 prior resistance holding as support. Price action wise, recently quite range bound. Resistance will come in at 71 as well as 74 over here. Yeah, so probably just sideways for the time being. Hi, Kevin. GitLab. GitLab, I think is reporting results. I think post market today. Let's see. So I think in terms of TA wise, currently it is in this uptrend stretch over here, towards a more range bound for the time being. Yeah, range between like 68 to 78. But I think probably not TA not too relevant right now because there's earnings afterwards. So we see how the stock moves after today. Okay, Marvel I went through just now. I'll go through MongoDB. Okay, MongoDB, I think looks like retest our prior resistance at 435. So it's I think for now still you see it's holding a bit of a range bound for now. Still need some confirmation that it's holding up, then I think we could see a bit of a bounce for MongoDB. If it fails to hold below these lows, right, then we could see slightly further pullback towards a retest of this stronger up uptrend line support. Yeah. And Steven, what about Baba City? Okay, Baba I went through just now. City, I'm not sure which counter you're referring to. Maybe you can elaborate in the chat in the Q&A. Thanks. Okay, next one, Berkshire. Okay, Berkshire, I think still uptrend over here, but after the earnings with this candlestick, I think likelihood is that we could see a bit of a pullback for the time being. So we could see price pullback a little bit towards the retest of the prior resistance at 398 over here. Then maybe just sideways afterwards for the time being. And Eli Lilly, I think uh, some consolidation currently. So it could do be a range. It could be in a range of between 740 to 790 for now. But overall, this looks like a possible bull flag over here with this run over here that just sideways. So afterwards could still trend towards the new all-time highs in the near to midterm. Then next one is Zscaler. The Zscaler, I think looks like a breakdown of the main uptrend channel over here. So seeing think reported earnings has gap down, then price likelihood is that we could see price come back down to this 205 support level over here again to do a test. Then maybe if it holds, it will do a bit of a bounce and sideways for the time being. Okay, then next one, Chai Chan KC, ALB. Albemarle Corporation. Well, this looks like a range breakout over here. Price is trending upwards. So you see some short-term resistance at 143, 144 for time being. With a higher resistance over here at 153. So overall, I think this could be like a double bottom over here. Over here. So could price go up to 153, do a bit of range, then if it has momentum, then it could break out further in the future. SWK, Stanley Black and Decker. Yeah, for this counter, I think for now, still in this still in this bearish reversal phase. But price action wise sideways for a while, has been sideways for a while. I think that will still continue for a time being. So resistance will come in around 91, 92 over here, the recent highs as well as this support breakdown and this downtrend resistance line. Yeah, so I think could see some continued sideways price action for the time being. Okay, I think I'll take two more questions. It's about 1 minute left. Okay, C3AI. Okay, C3. On C3AI, I think is positive. Actually, after the results, there's a gap up. Then looks like it's above this range over here. So actually, it has been in a big range between 24 to 33 over here. So that's about $9 range. If you can hold over here, then I think price could $9 plus 33 is 42. So the projected move is of 42, which will bring it back up to this resistance level in the past. So I think I'm still more positive for C3AI. You can hold the lows at 33, 34 over here. Short-term wise, some resistance could come in at 38 over here. This range breakdown level, but if you can overcome that, I think there's quite a good chance that could trend up towards 42 to 44 going forward for C3. Yeah, so I think that's all for today. Let me just share the survey link. Can leave feedback about today's session. Okay, I've shared the survey form in the chat section. Feel free to fill out the survey to give any feedback about today's session. Hope you enjoyed it. Also, do join our Poem Street community on TA. If you haven't, the download link is below. Then also you can join our Telegram group at Poems TA. At Poems TA. If you haven't, yeah, I'll post like TA content time to time over there. Yeah, so that's all for today's webinar. Hope you have enjoyed it. Have a good week ahead. Do take note of some important events throughout the week as well. Even though earnings season is slowly coming down, but there will still be stuff like Powell will be testifying, and there's also non-farm payrolls on Friday. So everyone, have a great week ahead. Stay safe in your trading, and I see you again next week. Bye bye.